What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And today we're going to be talking about some of the mistakes you guys are probably doing right now that are costing you, it's costing you games, bro. You guys are asking me questions, and I'm trying to give you guys the best advice possible to kind of more or less understand exactly what's going on with the game, and yet still a lot of you guys are still doing whatever you want. Now, I'm going to give you guys the ideal situation. The number one thing that you guys are doing, you guys are creating teams, and you're like, all right, look, I don't really need to have abilities on my running back. That's a mistake in my opinion. Okay, that's like the number one mistake that's going on right now. The number two thing is that you guys still think that offensive O-line chems matter and you're utilizing them on the O-line. But that's kind of difficult to kind of say that it's 100% a mistake because they still kind of hold blocks. They just don't hold the blocks the way they're supposed to. And they definitely don't do anything like they used to do with Nasty Streak, all right? The number three thing is that you guys are not utilizing the right type of chems on your defensive players. For instance, I tested it out myself with Enforcer, like with Lawrence Taylor with the chemistries, and I saw I played like 10 to 12 games, like I told you guys, and he did not cause one fumble utilizing Enforcer. Okay, so what I discovered myself just by testing it, strong safeties, middle linebackers, those guys cause fumbles with Enforcer. Can these guys eventually get a hit every now and again? Yeah, but the game doesn't generate it, and even if you click on and utilize it with your own hit stick, he still won't cause fumbles. Like, I put it on him and I put it on Alan Page. It was a waste of time. It didn't happen. But yet still, some of you guys are like, yo, bro, he's sick with Enforcer. I'm going to tell you based on the gameplays that I had, that I showed you guys live streaming on Twitch, all at GmiasWorld, by the way, in case you guys wanted to follow me there. You also can follow me on YouTube at GmiasWorld Gaming for full gameplays of what I do on Twitch and things like that, because I break it down for you guys that don't have Twitch, so you can get what I'm doing on, I can give it to you guys on YouTube as well. So you guys get pretty much the gameplay and everything here, and a lot of you guys have been very, very happy with that. If you guys were interested in watching full gameplays more often, that'll be GmiasWorld Gaming. Now, when you look at the fact that I took those things off of Lawrence Taylor and Alan Page, and they both play out of their minds, it's a reason for that, okay? The Edge Rush Elite, when you play, when you guys log into a game and you see Andrew Luck with his back turned, tell me that you just be like, oh my God, you're like, oh my God, this guy's about to be running around like a savage moron. Like, let me know. Just write Luck in the comments. If when you see the top three players, you see Luck back, he has his back turned, the tribute card, you're like, okay, you know what I'm saying, bro? Let's go. It's about to go down. The reason that you guys are so scared and your butt cheeks are shaking is because you know that guy's gonna be running around with escape artists, and you're gonna need to stop that. So putting Enforcer and wasting an ability that doesn't really do anything on your defensive outside players, it's costing you, bro. It's absolutely costing you. So what I'm going to recommend, like throughout this video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break down what I recommend. And then you can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to let you guys understand what's going on as far as the impact, because most of you guys, and when I say most, the guys that are subscribed and watch the videos, even though I change my team a lot and I do a lot of weird things, you guys understand most of what I'm doing is experimenting to see what works after different times. The game is going to be tuned again very, very soon, and you guys will see. You have to adjust. So once you adjust and you see what works, you're not necessarily going to use the same players or the same chems or the same abilities. You're going to want to make it so that you can, figure out what is making you get wins right now. That's ultimately what that's what Madden has become. It's become a constant update of just changing little things to make your team play better. And that's what we're going to talk about right now as I explain to you guys why I have certain things going on. So the number one thing that I'm going to urge you guys to do, if you have O-line abilities on and you feel that it works and you're still running the ball every snap or whatever you're doing, because you don't put O-line abilities on to pass the ball. There's nothing that really works. Like all day and all that stuff, that's all garbage, right? So you don't need to worry about that. If you are still using Nasty Streak, all right, I'm going to point this out to you. If in your mind you feel that it works, like, oh my God, bro, I got Nasty Streak, like it's definitely working. If in your mind you feel that works and you're still using it, God bless you. But again, you're not going to pancake a dead cockroach. And it's as simple as that. Will you hold a block better? It's possible. Playing them out of position, EA has made it a point to not make it work. So if you're still doing that, you're probably not getting the best effects. And I've tried it. Trust me, I've showed you guys the footage. I've tried it over and over again. I've tweeted it out. I put it on Facebook. I put it on Instagram. They don't do anything. They just stand there. Most of the time, they get like dudes just throw them to the ground. Like little corners are throwing like Lane Johnson to the ground. They're throwing Joe Thomas to the ground. It's very, very weird. So that's just me. I'm going to recommend that you do not have those abilities on your O-lineman because I feel that you're not utilizing what you have with your 3 abilities the right way. That's my opinion. If you feel that it works by having it on and you have one, a running back with abilities or whatever, that you have an O-lineman that you think is working out for you, that's fine, okay? Number 2, to fix this situation, right? With all you guys that don't think you need abilities on your running back. Eric Dickerson is a god in this game. Why is he so good? What makes him stand out so crazy? Not only does he have a 97 speed and a 95 excel, he starts off with Freight Train. So with Freight Train, you're going to probably break the first tackle. We'll actually go to it right now so you guys can see exactly what it is. But pretty much, he's going to do a lot of weird things. As long as you don't get caught behind the line of scrimmage to start the game, he's going to do a lot of weird things to start this game. All right? So this is what goes on, right? This guy right here, it's an increased chance to break the next tackle attempt. So when people come out, and they are like trying to, hit you in the backfield, whatever, you got to do your best to make sure you stay across the line of scrimmage and that you keep Freight Train as long as possible because he is absolutely glitchy. Now, without abilities, is he still going to make the same plays? I'm going to say no. Now, can you win games without abilities and you can use it other places? Yeah, but where else are you using it? Because if you put deep threat or whatever, on your receivers, you remember when that was good? EA got complaints, they nerfed it. It was visible for you to see that the deep threats, they don't work anymore. It just so if you put it on your receivers, even if the corner doesn't have an ability, that's neutralized. Now, as far as you putting it on a wide receiver and you have the corner route, the out route, stuff like that, will that work? It's possible. It's possible that it'll work sometimes. Everybody knows about Torrey Holt, but even he has been nerfed because he was getting the crazy out route animations and everybody's like, yo, why is this guy just destroying man coverage and zone, doing whatever? So those things are tuned. But you know what's not tuned? Even though they try to tune it several times? The run game. Okay? So if you go ahead, say you go ahead right now and you're like, you know what, Gmia? I don't care no more, dog. I'm not gonna put it on my running backs. I'm gonna put something on Tyreek Hill. I'm gonna give him, some crazy ability to do whatever. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna give him streak specialist and that's it. Okay, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. But now, look, just think about this, right? Look at the abilities that he gets, and then you gotta tell me, what is he really doing? What is he gonna do with these abilities? You see what I'm saying? Like, you think he's going to run a double move better? You think he's going to run a slant better than he already does it? Grab and go, I heard, is pretty glitchy, but I tried it on Randy Moss, and he did the same thing. I threw the ball to him quick. He was moving around the same way. I did hear, though, that if you put grab and go on, like, your running backs, it makes them very, very glitchy once you, throw them a pass real quick. So I did hear that. You guys can go ahead and experiment with that if you guys wanted to. But other than that, this was something that was very, very good. The streak specialist earlier in the game, you would be able to run a streak and everything was good. I highly recommended it. EA got wind of it, nerfed it. Now he runs the route the same exact way as if he didn't have an ability. So in my opinion, wasting an ability on a wide receiver when you only have 3 in a game that is so run-based is very, very, it's not smart. It's just not smart to do it. My opinion. Okay, so again, I'm just giving you guys insight from what I've seen, from what I've tried, and what I've showed you guys in video footage. They run the same exact way since the most recent update. Even before that, when they tuned the game, it just doesn't work. It looks like they're getting better at being able to tune certain aspects of the game without actually putting out huge title updates, because the game changed. Every time they have downtime or something like that, or they're doing tuning, the game changes the next time I log in. All right, so I'm going to recommend that you at least have an ability on one running back. Having it on 2 is the best of both worlds. If you have NFL 100 players, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have Barry Sanders and you have Eric, and then you just come out there doing whatever you want, once these guys get in the open field, you're not catching them. That's one of the other things that I've noticed. If Barry Sanders or Eric Dickerson gets out in front, as long as they have full stamina when you break the run, in most cases, you can't chase them down. So they probably have adjusted what was going on over the last couple weeks, because now you can't catch them. when prior to that, you were able to just run people down like Deion Sanders and just catch them from the back. And it's like, okay, bro, whatever. You want my mom's number? Like, how are you running that fast? And it's usually the O linemen that chase you down. I mean, the D linemen, like the dudes that are just way too fat, like dudes just running you just super fast. That's just something that goes on within the game. I have no idea why it does operate like that, but it is weird and it does happen on a regular basis. Just to kind of point that out and make you guys understand that. Now, with all of that being said, those are some of my things that I feel changes the game. Now, you guys can probably go all out and say, you know what? I can have 3 running backs with abilities and just take it off the quarterback or whatever. Or you can have 2 running back abilities and just say, you know what, I'm keeping 1 O lineman to kind of see what's going on because I don't really throw the ball. That would be fine. If you feel in your mind that it's worth it, I'm just going to urge you guys to make sure that the O lineman that you use, you give them identifier. So you can kind of see where the user is on the other side of the field, because typically you want to run towards that user and like test your opponent's user and see if he has anything. Like usually you could probably juke him, do whatever you want. So I would always run towards their user. Identifier is a huge way to get like crazy wins, especially when the people are, you know, playing on the corner because they're trying to get like a faster impact on the run and you're running stretch every play. You catch them on the corner, go deep on a play action, touchdown. So just make sure if you do decide to do that, I wouldn't be too much against that, especially if you wanted to try nasty streak on Lane Johnson and put him at tight end. Because he's an 82 speed, that would probably work out. If you guys want to see what happens with that, I would test it out. But I already know that based on the way the game is right now, they're not going to be, it's like pretty much like he's an 82 speed, Joe Thomas is a 71. So theoretically, Lane Johnson, if you put nasty streak on him, even if he doesn't hold the block, he's still faster. So he's going to go play around with one guy and like, you know, act like he's blocking him and then run up the field a lot faster. So you could try that. Some of you guys are like, yo, what if we, you put 2 nasty streaks on and then you put one of them out of position and then, you know what I'm saying, you go to town like that. You could try that as well. But like I said, with the way that the game works, what you're probably going to notice is that they block the same exact way. Okay? Now, if you guys want me to experiment and put 2 nasty streaks on and just have one guy with abilities at running back, let me know in the comments. Just write, you know, O-line. If you write O-line, I'll try it out for you just to kind of make it so that you guys will see it. I'll give you the video evidence and then we'll go from there. But like I said, I've tried nasty streak after the patch, both with him being in position and out of position, and it's been a nightmare. I'm just being very, very clear with it. It's been a nightmare. It just hasn't performed the way that it should. But if you guys feel that it's worth a try, we'll try it. 1 running back, 2 O linemen, and we'll see how it works out with nasty streak. Now, defensively now, I'm going to recommend, again, I told you guys, Enforcer it's a joke. Enforcer's a joke. You're making a mistake if you run around with Enforcer on anyone other than middle linebackers and strong safeties. All right? That's pretty much it. And also remember, defensively, Pat Tillman is the best player in the game. He's going to always cause you fumbles. He's going to do whatever he wants. The game is designed for him to be the best. Okay? Now, edge threat over everything else. That prevents a lot of things that go on with your opponents running around like idiots and doing weird stuff. Edge threat, elite over everything else. Okay? Make sure that the players that you have on the outside go with finesse. Okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Try, like, this guy right here, since his upgrade, you know, he's been pretty much a monster at this point. Now, he doesn't get finesse specialist, but he gets the edge threat elite. So you want to have at least 1 finesse specialist because I think you need more finesse. I don't know exactly what happened with his card, but I don't think he got finesse, an option for finesse specialist. Let me go ahead and double check it. But I don't think he got the option for it. Let me see. Yeah, he doesn't get it. He has to get 95 finesse moves at his position. So because he doesn't get it, that kind of makes it so you have to kind of use the power specialist, because the power specialist gets him off of blocks pretty easy. So you can definitely, you know, work that and see how it works for your gameplay. I don't think anything else that he has here, like under pressure is trash. You know, secure tackle is garbage. I don't think anything else really matters. Unfakeable, I was getting faked out even more. Reach elite, we decided to go away from it to give him indoor baller, to kind of give him a chance to get back in the zone faster after he loses it, because you need a lot more to do after you lose it, because he starts off with unstoppable force. But I would recommend that you have at least one player with edge threat elite, no enforcer on the right outside and left outside linebackers, and then also have finesse specialists on the other edge rusher, who is Julius Peppers. All right, so you don't have to use these same exact players, but I would recommend finesse specialists and edge threat elite on some of the other players. Now, he doesn't get edge threat elite until he reaches a 95. That'll probably be a lot later on, because edge threat elite and finesse specialist is probably going to break the game, because realistically speaking, they get OP animations regular, and you can see it highlight in certain cases, especially edge threat, but the finesse specialist is probably the key, which is why DeMarcus Lawrence was so good earlier in the game, for those of you guys that have had the game for a while. So I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and adjust your lineups accordingly. If you want to try it, as I said before, if you want me to test out Nasty Streak on 2 players, I will try it for you and waste training. And if it turns out that it's different, I will update you with that as well. If you have any other questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave it right below. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Stay blessed. Oh, I just said blessed. Bro, am I trying to be French? Listen, stay blessed. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a wonderful day. One love, y'all.